Welcome back to White Mountains today. I'm your host, Ryan Winch Garcia, and I'm sitting here with Meg Skidmore from the Mount Washington Auto Road and Great Glen Trails. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Staying dry, hopefully.
Yes.
It's a little bit rainy out there.
Yep.
But still plenty to do, plenty going on over there, right?
Yeah.
You got some new events going on? What's
we have our weekly series, our weekly trail running and walking series is going on every Thursday from 3:30 to 7. You can come in and do your race and whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
There's a couple different courses. You can register online or you can come in and do it in person. You can do the whole series or you can register for a one-time race.
Oh, great. And that's something you can do, register with friends and kind of get going. And I mean, you can't beat the trail run over there.
Yes, it's very nice.
I know, we were talking about, well, you guys got the black fly in your eye, black fly in my eye, trail running race. It's a long name.
It's a very long name. It's a mouthful. There's a black fly in my eye, 10-mile trail run and relay.
Okay.
So you can do it solo or you can do it as a team. It's about 10 miles, so if you don't think you can do the whole thing, there's, like I said, you can do it as a team. And each loop is about 3 miles. And it's a mix of our carriage road, some single track, some hills, and the infamous river crossing.
Yes.
And the steep hill up after that.
We were talking about that just before we went on, and like I mentioned before on here, I've had some encounters with the river crossing before, and not all good. I ended up pretty wet after most of them. But it's a fun. I mean, there's so many different dynamics to the trail running, which I think is, really speaks to the different kinds of trail and terrain you guys have at Great Glen Trails.
Yep, it's kind of for everybody. There's hills, there's flats, there's a lot of scenic views. So it's good for everybody.
Good stuff. And it's not just trail running. You guys got your mountain biking going on.
Yep. Mountain biking, we have weekends only right now. And you can rent a bike from us, or you can bring your own. We do require that you wear helmets. Trail passes for the day are $8. We do rent helmets if you don't have your own, and they're perfect for the whole family.
Yeah, there's all different kinds of terrain. I mean, I've been there countless times growing up here, and there's always something new to find over there. They're from advanced to more family-oriented trails. Right. You guys have it all.
Yep. We have trailers for the kids as well, and trailer bikes. So if your kids are little, they don't have their own bike or something like that, we can provide them with a trailer or trailer bike, so you can kind of.
Awesome. So you guys kind of attach onto the back of you and still go along for the ride.
Yes. Yep.
And then also you guys got going on the paddling, the kayaking.
Yep.
And there's the lake you guys have there, the pond, and then there's also the river. You can do some kind of whitewater stuff.
We don't really do too much in our own pond.
Yep.
We do our guided trips are either half a day or full day. And we go, for the half day, we go up to the Androscoggin River, which is up in Gorham.
Nice.
And then for the full day, we go up to Lake Umbagog on the Wildlife Refuge, which is incredible. A fun day. Nice, easy, flat water. Same thing with the Androscoggin River. It's nice and easy. It's not too intimidating. So any level, beginner, intermediate, advanced, will enjoy that trip.
Awesome.
And we also got some whitewater kayaking too.
Cool. Yeah, you can't beat that.
Neat.
That's always fun. Yeah, especially this time of year. River's up, especially now with some rain. It's going to be kind of dreary for a couple of days, but this means the river's going to have even more water in them, more paddling and all that fun stuff. So you can't beat that, and it's always a good time. And then you're not just talking about Great Glen Trails, also the Auto Road.
Yes.
And the Auto Road is something, like I was talking about earlier, the weather today, not ideal, but when we think of Mount Washington, we think of the extreme weathers, the great weather up there.
Yep.
And the Auto Road, you can't hike up it, but it's a perfect day to drive up it.
Yes. Most people are looking for the view. And we try to help people understand that it is about the weather, and just because there isn't a view, it's still a very exciting experience. Go out, be in the clouds and the wind and the driving rain, and it's a really neat experience. You get the audio tour in CD if you drive yourself. If you take a guided tour, you can ask our drivers a ton of questions and go up in the museum up there. Stand out on the observatory deck and just be out in the weather. It's
there's so much history to the mountain. Obviously, it is just as you go up. It's just amazing the stuff you learn. And then in the weather and when you're going through the clouds, you see the different terrain you go through, the different levels.
Exactly.
And then when you're up there when it's windy. I've been up there one day when I think the winds were blowing. I don't know exactly what they were, but me and my brother, we were jumping up a little bit, and we fly back. It's wild. Weather unlike anything you'd ever experience, unless you're in the middle of a hurricane.
Yeah, right.
But you get to experience all that at Mount Washington, and you can also learn about it with the Weather Discovery Center. So that might be a good combo. Learn about the Weather Discovery Center, and then go up the mountain, and then you really can get a feel for what the weather's all about.
Yep.
So any events going on with the auto road?
Actually, we just had our second annual All-Team-Eagle Day, which is a really fun event. Anyone can kind of contact us and have their own first ascent. All-Team-Eagle back in the 50s climbed the auto road in numerous different ways. Backwards, barefoot, pushing a wheelbarrow full of sugar. So people can go up and kind of do their own thing. And it was great. The weather in the beginning of the day was pretty foggy and cloudy. Winds were gusting around 60.
Wow.
So for the first participants that got up there, they were,
having to hold on to something, stay back.
Yep. So it was a really cool experience.
That's awesome. There's always good stuff going on the auto road. I mean, between the auto road, Great Glen Trails, it's all right there, and it's all, I mean, fun-packed days, no doubt. And then talking about the observatory, we talked to Steve Welsh, and they have so much information up there with that museum up there, and just the weather. And you really get to learn a lot. It's not just about, like you said, it's not just about the views. It's about the full experience, understanding the mountain and the weather.
Yes, and if you, the museum, if you drive yourself, you get free admission to that museum, so there's no extra charge for that. You can go up there and kind of walk through there and take your time and check out all the cool things that are there.
And then you get to put the sticker, the bumper sticker in your car. This car climbed Mount Washington, the famous one. So, you got it, it's bragging rights when you go back home, whether you're going back to Massachusetts or wherever you're going, or even here in the valley, you can say your car made it to the top. So that's pretty awesome. And for more information about any of this stuff, where can people go?
You can visit the MountWashingtonAutoRoad.com or GreatGlenTrails.com.
All right, so all that great stuff. And we touched on everything. I know there's so much going on over there. It's easy to miss stuff, but I think we touched on most of it, right? The
next event we have going on is a motorcycle
right, okay, that's what it was,
June 11th and June 14th are motorcycles only. On June 14th, a Thursday, it's Ride to the Sky. So the passengers are included for free if you arrive before 10 o'clock. So you want to get there early. Hopefully the views will be there and have a good time.
Awesome, that's great. So tons going on there between Great Glen Trails, Mount Washington Auto Road. Definitely have to check it out. Thank you so much, Meg.